Now we're joined by Dr. Paul Harrington. He's become a new friend. We just met, but we have a lot in common from California days. Yes. And now he is the head of school at Pope Francis Preparatory in Springfield. And it's a product of a friendly merger between Holyoke Catholic and Cathedral High School. Yes. And welcome aboard.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. You know, it's a Diocese of Springfield takeover. The guys will be, you know, giving me the business when they come back. But tell us a little bit about how, as Father mentioned, the merger of Holyoke Catholic, Precious Blood, which at a high school, of course, it's my hometown, Cathedral, after the tornado. So tell us a little bit about that, how that all came about.
So the merger came about, as you just referenced. Holyoke Catholic was a merger back in the 60s, and then in 2016, Holyoke Catholic High School merged with Cathedral. Cathedral was damaged in the tornado significantly in 2011. And as enrollment struggled and schools struggled to maintain, the diocese merged the two high schools and built a brand new one. So we have a beautiful brand new facility, Pope Francis Prep. It's on the site of the former cathedral. It is a full preparatory experience with athletic fields and gymnasium, and it's incredible labs, so it's awesome. I mean, it's really what students in Catholic education need today.
Good. That's great to hear. It's a great resurrection of sorts and a beautiful commitment to Catholic education in the diocese.
Yes.
I was amazed when you were speaking before about the tuition, at the level of tuition and how you do that. That's kind of a second miracle after the miracle of coming back to life after the tornado too.
Yeah, tuition's a tough one, right? Because it's based on perspective. So our tuition price point is at $10,000, and in the world of private education, that's a deal. Right. But really based on perspective, it's a reach for a lot of our families, and for some of our families, it's a bargain if they're looking at other prep schools. And our goal is to help them all. So many of our Catholic families coming through the Catholic schools in the diocese need some financial support. Sure. And we rely on the support of our alum from the legacy schools as well as our current parent population to just make that happen. Yeah. And we would never say no to a family who deserves it and is qualified for our education and turn them away because of finances.
Yeah. That really builds on my next question. I mean, I think Catholic education in any community is really important, but particularly in our cities where we need to be a presence there, you know, as a source of faith and community. So what's that role been like for Pope Francis and within the diocese?
You know, it's growing because we're in a growth stage. And when I think of two words that describe what's happening right now, we just finished our first year in the new campus, but our third year as a merged school. So we're growing and we're innovating. And that's what the community needs. So as you know better than most, the Diocese of Springfield is incredibly packed with families. It's house after house after house of families. And our hope is that they see Pope Francis Prep as a community center. And the bonus is it's a preparatory school that's going to prepare their kids for college, or whatever that path may be. So I think that we're hopeful that our tentacles reach out into the city of Springfield and really beyond, because we're regional. Right. You know, we serve 35 cities and towns. And 5 of those are in Connecticut, northern Connecticut, and 30 in western Massachusetts. So we really, truly are regional.
Yeah, and it's a location that, even though it's in a suburban location, for people to get to, because you have international students as well, right?
We do. We have a small number, about 5% international students. And all the students within Western Mass, we offer free transportation, which when we talk about tuition is a bonus. So we bus students in from out in Westfield, Northampton, Palmer, and from Enfield, Connecticut. So we don't want that to be in the way, right? There shouldn't be any obstacles of why they can't receive a Catholic education.
Sure.
I was just wondering if I could, what great colleges and universities do your students go to, like Kevin Nelson's alma mater at Stonehill College or BC?
You know, most of our students go to Catholic universities.
They do?
Yeah, the great majority of them do. And most of them stay local, and I think that's normal. They don't really branch out too far, but whether it's BC, Assumption's very popular, Holy Cross, Providence is on the list, Fairfield,
St. Anselm.
St. Anselm.
Yeah.
Some head toward Villanova. We had a Georgetown this year.
And Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yes. Yes.
Thank God.
I don't know, you see a trend there?
I see
you know?
where we're going. I see where that question was loaded. As a USC grad, right? As a USC grad, I can appreciate Notre Dame education, just not during football season. That's where we draw the line.
That's right. Now, one of the things I was talking to your marketing folks about was the new slogan for the school, and I was just so impressed with that. So tell us about Our Legacy Reimagined.
That's really what it is. So the legacy dates back from the Sisters of St. Joseph to 1883, when Cathedral was established. So we were talking 130 plus years ago. Sure. And the legacy is so strong. We were talking earlier about we have over 50,000 alumni from our legacy schools. And for high schools, that's huge. Those are big, big numbers. So what I like to say is that the what of what we do in our mission hasn't changed. What those sisters established in the 1880s is the same as what we're doing today. The faces have changed, right? People have changed, classrooms have changed, but how we do it has changed. So we have to innovate, we have to keep up. We have to work with students today of where they are, not where they were a decade ago, 2 decades ago, a century ago. But it's important to know that the roots they're the same. What the sisters started carries on today. And we still have a Sister of St. Joseph full-time on our staff teaching social studies, and she's been there for 47 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's great.
She's
That's
great.
great.
Yep.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful area to be in, and the legacy that's reimagined of, all of the Catholic high schools in the region.
Yes.
Just really kind of pulls that all together. So what's the community like these days as we close out, and because we just have another minute or so, and tell us where people can learn more about the school.
So the community today is really made up of new families, brand new to Catholic education, new to the area, as well as many alum parents who went to Holyoke Catholic or Cathedral, who are now sending their sons and daughters to Pope Francis, simply because it was a great experience for them, and this is what they want for their child. We encourage anyone to stop in, pop in. For admissions purposes, we're doing walk-in Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. Just come, no appointment, just show up. We'll have one-on-one or we'll have a group tour. But we encourage you to visit our website and stay up on our social media. Okay. That's a day in the life, right? The
website's on the screen, but why don't you share that
sure,
with the viewers?
Sure, it's popefrancisprep.org, and we keep that current. But again, to get a snapshot of what's going on day by day in the life of our students, our Instagram and our Facebook are really where to go.
Great, great. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for
from
having
the great
me.
Diocese of Springfield.
I
We're really
appreciate it.
happy. And so I encourage you to learn more about Catholic education in whatever area you're in, but certainly in Springfield, Pope Francis Prep.